Hey guys, it's Pete and Ali here. Well, we're here because we want to propose a mission to you. Pete, what do we think a mission is?
So a mission, we think, is about telling people about God's love for them and that we can all be saved through Christ. So it's about showing people the love of God through our actions and telling people the story of Jesus' life. So Alistair, why do we want to do one in Bishopthorpe?
Well, in the Bible, Jesus said, "Go and make disciples of all nations." So we want to make the nation of Bish, and we want to do it here. From our experience at TAD, where we've done one, it was quite easy, where it looked quite hard. So we think it's doable.
So when are we going to do it, Alistair?
Well, we're going to do it on the 25th of September, because that is Back to Church Sunday. But we're not going to do it on one day, we're going to do it across the whole weekend. So it starts on the 23rd of September and finishes on the 25th. So it's a weekend of Back to Church Sundays. Pete, your turn to say something.
So I just want to encourage you that this is something that's possible. We are we have a wide varied group of people in our church with loads of different skills and blessings from God, and I just want to encourage you to join with us and help show God's love to this village and to really try and bring people into salvation. So now we're just going to give you a bit of an idea of what the weekend might look like. Lots of things will probably change because we don't quite know what people who are older would like and what would bring them in, so we'll see.
We would like as many people as possible of all ages on the team so that the activities can draw in as much of the community as we can. This team would meet at least once before the weekend for a small amount of training on praying with and for people and talking to people about faith. We would also use these meetings to tell people what we are planning to do and assign tasks in detail. As well as this large team, we would have a core team made up of people from across the church. The core team would take responsibility for planning the events and coordinating the people involved.
So on the Friday in the early evening, we would prepare the venues that we have, which we don't know where quite it would be. It depends on the involvement of Methodists and whether we wanted to use the school hall and things like that. And yeah, preparing them, we just want to make them really welcoming spaces and decorate them to reflect the theme of God's love for us. In the evening, the team would share food and pray and worship just to start off close to God before we start the work for Him. Then people would go out flyering around the village trying to get people in to a launch event which would have cafe style, just people come in, relax, and finally we'd have a short talk or drama. The drama could be anything from the Everything drama, which we did in Tadcaster, which is an expression of God's love for us, to something about the whole Bible in an hour. So on Saturday we would have a morning, probably starting with a team breakfast of prayer and worship and probably a bit more training for the team. Then at lunchtime we would open up a lunch bar serving sandwiches, soup, that kind of thing. And on the tables we'd have laid out a set of questions and things just to try and get people talking. And then we'd also probably have a short talk during that time. In the afternoon we'd have community action, so that would be doing games and stuff to entertain people, but as well as that doing service to the community, so cleaning up the streets and things like that. Then in the evening we would have a bring and share meal as a family event with a talk and questions and answers with a guest speaker and hopefully a good testimony or two as well. And then we'd finish off Saturday with drama and an explanation of that with a question and answer session, and then finally, for those who are awake enough, a late night worship session for whoever wants to come.
Okay, so on the Sunday, in the morning we'd have the normal back to church services that would go on a back to church Sunday. And then at lunchtime we would have a free lunch, so it's bring chair again, or a soup, or a slap up meal, which I think would be quite nice. And then in the evening there's a cafe church service, so there will be cake and coffee and tea and stuff like that there. But yeah. Throughout the weekend we're gonna have a prayer room or a prayer tent. It's just somewhere where you can go and pray, and it's going to be for 24 hours each day. So it's going to be open all the time. You can go pray whenever you want. It's just a real good time to go spend a lot of time with God.